Welcome to the Tristen Law Show. I am Tristen Law. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've never been here before, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I am Tristen Law. Thanks so much for joining us today in this WWE Bash in Berlin prediction and pre-show special event here on YouTube. I'm looking forward to the Bash in Berlin event that is happening pretty early today. It's happening at 1 p.m. Eastern on Peacock and on WWE Network everywhere else in the world. We're going to be deep diving into this action-packed card that's got everyone talking. We've got title defenses, grudge matches, and this event is set to shake the WWE universe. Today we've got 3 titles on the line, and we've got lots of interpersonal problems that need to be sorted out. And how else can you sort it out? In a WWE ring. But let's take a quick look at the card so we can know what to expect. All right, so looking at the card right now, we got Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. It's a clash of allies turned rivals as Cody Rhodes puts his undisputed WWE Championship on the line against Kevin Owens at Bash in Berlin. Will the American Nightmare's reign continue, or will KO? Well, this is a really good question. Will KO's finally seize his second title win? It's been quite some time. Looking at the next match that we got going on, we've got the Unholy Union versus Bianca, Belair, and Jade Cargill. It's a battle for redemption as former champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill look to reclaim the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship from Alba Fire and Isla Dawn at WWE Bash in Berlin. Will their power and determination be enough to topple the airy dominance of the Unholy Union? That in itself is a really good question. We also got Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, the Terror Twins, versus Dominik, Mysterio, and Liv Morgan. Retribution is on the horizon as Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley seek vengeance against Dirty Dominik Mysterio and Women's World Champion Liv Morgan in a high-stakes mixed tag team match at WWE Bash in Berlin. Will the betrayal of powerhouses of the Judgment Day get their revenge, or will Dom and Liv continue to revel in their shocking SummerSlam betrayal? And what a betrayal it was. We've also got CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. The stage is set for a brutal showdown as CM Punk and Drew McIntyre reignite their fierce rivalry in a highly personal strap match at WWE Bash in Berlin. Will Punk's thirst for vengeance finally be satisfied, or will McIntyre's relentless aggression prove too much for the Second City Saint? Will it? We'll definitely want to have to look into that. And finally, we've got Gunther versus Randy Orton. It is a clash of titans as World Heavyweight Champion Gunther returns to Europe to defend his title against the legendary Randy Orton at WWE Bash in Berlin. Will the Ring General solidify his reign on his home soil, or will the Viper strike and claim the championship win for his own? Very good question. Very good questions looking at WWE Bash in Berlin. And wow, just after going through all that, I'm already hype. I was not hyped for this one match that I'm going to go into first until I watched SmackDown last night. I am so hyped for the undisputed WWE Championship match, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. You see, Cody called in a lot of favors just to get into WrestleMania, just to win the championship, even after WrestleMania, against the new bloodline with Solo Sikoa. He called in a lot of favors in Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. And I think there's going to be a lot of asses that's going to have to get kicked just for Cody Rhodes to even keep that championship. So now he's got Kevin Owens, who being Cody Rhodes wanted to be so nice, really nice babyface. I want to give you a championship. You see, Kevin Owens didn't want that. He didn't earn that. But you know what? Now that you're giving it to him, look, man, Kevin's only been the champion one time. He wants to be the champion again. And now it's like, what's more important? Is the friend really important? Or is the championship really important? You have to look at what Kevin Owens has done to Sami Zayn. right? He's drug his best friend Sami Zayn through the muddy waters, and you really expect Kevin Owens to go out there and do the right thing with Cody Rhodes in the ring? I don't expect that, right? Because I am not Boo Boo the Fool. I don't expect that at all. What I expect in this match now, especially after watching SmackDown right now, I think this match is going to open up Bash in Berlin. We're just going to get it in and get it out. And after watching this match, I think this match is going to be one hell of a match. It's going to be a really good story going into the match, and they've only built this story in a couple of weeks. They haven't had long to build the story. It's only been building in a couple of weeks. My issue with Cody Rhodes and his WWE Universal Undisputed, whatever they're calling it, championship reign right now, is there hasn't been anybody to really come for his head. Nobody. Okay? Since he's won, he probably had, AJ Styles try to come for him, right? But nobody's really come for him. And if you watched SmackDown last night, here's a spoiler. Solo Sikoa said, no matter who's the winner of this match, Solo Sikoa's coming for that belt again. And Solo Sikoa had his chance last month. And look what happened. Nothing really too impressive. But that's what we got going on with that match. What do you think is going to happen? Give me your predictions. Is Cody going to win? Here's my prediction. Cody's going to win. It's going to be a really good match. Cody's going to win, and Kevin Owens is going to walk out with a chip on his shoulder. Definitely going to have a chip on his shoulder. Okay? And that's just... There's nothing else that's going to happen. I don't think there's any further of the storyline. I wouldn't be surprised if Solo Sikoa comes out and watches the match, right? But I don't see anything really happening crazy in that match. And I see that being the opening match. Another match that I'm kind of lukewarm for is the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. That's the Unholy Union versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. That match, I'm kind of just like, meh. I know that match is going to be a great match. I know it's going to be a great match because you have Bianca Belair in there. I think she's going to be the ring general. That is a pro wrestling term. She's going to be the ring general in that match in itself. So, she's probably going to be the one that, controls what goes on in the ring. I think that by the end of this match, I don't think Bianca and Jade are going to win the belt. Everybody wants to see Bianca versus Jade Cargill. And I'm just always looking at it like this. Why we always got to do black on black crime? Why can't we just be friends? Why the two sisters got to go in the ring and why the two sisters got to fight against each other? That's what I want to know. Okay, but it's happening. I feel it. I think that I see Bianca making that heel turn on Jade Cargill. Right? I see it happening. Everybody's like, online. Jade Cargill's going to be the heel. Nah, I don't see Jade Cargill being the heel. Bianca Belair's been a babyface for a very long time. And it's now like maybe Bianca Belair is going to have a little chip on her shoulder because she feels that she had to carry around Bianca Belair has a little chip on her shoulder now that she can't win any gold because she has to carry around Jade Cargill. This is real storytelling that WWE is telling. They're putting real life emotions into what's going on, and sometimes you can just feel what's going on. Sometimes you can watch WWE programming and just predict what's going to be said in the promos when they're talking on the mic, and I just feel that's what's happening. That's what's brewing between these two girls. But my prediction is, I don't see any championship changes in this match at all. I see that in this match here, this is going to be the progression of the storyline between Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. The Unholy Union is going to move on, and then they're going to, help somebody else progress their storyline. But the story here is not Unholy Union versus Bianca and Jade. The two people you need to watch in this match, it's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And I said that. I remember that I said that. But before we move on to the next match, if you're enjoying the show, or if you like what I do, or if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss an update. I usually do live shows on Tuesdays and Fridays every week at noon Eastern time. And I also have live interviews. Yeah, I only do live. I don't do anything but live here on the Tristen Law Show. It's better for me, and it's worse for my anxiety. But that's, what I do here on the Tristen Law Show. And when you're done, check out some of the videos. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back for a for a fallout and reaction video to WWE Bash in Berlin. I could do it today, but you know it's going to be a lot to take in for one day. Next match up that we're looking at is Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dirty Dominik, Mysterio, and Liv Morgan for the mixed tag match. Man, look, I've never been excited for a mixed tag match in a long time. I haven't been excited for a mixed tag match in a long time. But the Judgment Day turned their backs on Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Man, there's another story that I see happening in here. And that other story right now is happening with Chad Gable and his crew, right? What's going to happen is that Uncle Howdy and his crew, they are eventually going to turn their sights on the Judgment Day because they turned their back on their family. That seems to be like, the Wyatt Six's little thing that they do. That if you turn your back on their family, they're going to turn their sights on you. In this match here, I don't see Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley winning at all. I don't. I see what's happening in this match here is that we are going to get a really great wrestling match, a solid wrestling match. I don't think it's time for the Terror Twins being Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley to be able to say, yeah, we got the win. Yeah, that's cool because there's still more in the story that has to be told. And I just don't think that we're there yet, right? Yeah, they're going to get their comeuppance, but if they get their comeuppance and they win, then what? Then what? I would like to see this story just go a little bit longer because don't forget, we've got Survivor Series War Games coming up in like the next, 2 months? 3 months? Two and a half months? Something like that. There's so many different ways that we can go into Survivor Series War Games that we need as many factions and teams with beef going on, and we're going there. And it's going to be so exciting. It's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. The chemistry between Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, off the charts. If you didn't know any better, you would swear that those two are in a relationship. But you know what? They're just BFFs. And that's my issue. A lot of people feel that males and females can't be BFFs because, there's something sexual going on. But looking at the story right now, Damian and Rhea Ripley, they're two, what is it? They're cut from the same exact cloth. They worked their way up in the WWE. They were on top, and then they had their friends take it away from them. And then you got Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. Looking at their dynamic, man, imagine what the story would look like when WWE Raw goes onto Netflix and they have less of the handcuffs. Look, man, I hope you don't get any HLA. If you don't know what HLA is, look it up. Old school Edge and Lita. Let's take a look at CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Man, look, why would CM Punk even put himself in a match like this with Drew McIntyre? This whole story between Punk and Drew started way back at WrestleMania. Probably right before Punk was even back in the WWE. They were like talking junk on social media. And me personally, I don't talk junk on social media. Why? Because I want to see you face to face, because a lot of people have a certain kind of energy that they might have face to face, but it's not the same as that energy that you're going to have when you're online. So now the two men are in the ring, and now they got to handle the business. Look at Drew and look at CM Punk body type wise. I don't want that man, Drew McIntyre, swinging anything towards me if I was CM Punk. But today they got that belt, and somebody's going to get their ass whipped. Has to. The intensity of that match itself, I think, look, the strap match is a match that I've never got to partake in. Never had to be into a strap match. I've had steel cage matches. I've had table matches. I've had all kinds of matches in my own personal professional wrestling career. But a strap match, golly, I don't think that's something that I want to sign up for. And the reason why I wouldn't sign up for it is the same reason why I wouldn't do boxing or MMA. People have asked me all the time, why have you not done boxing or MMA? Why have you done wrestling? I said, because I didn't want to get hit for real. Don't get it wrong. We hit each other hard in wrestling, but we hit each other in safe places, but it's a strap. How do you get hit in a safe place with a strap? You know what? Just man up and take it. And that match, they're going to beat each other. They're going to bruise each other. But at the end of the match, will CM Punk get that bracelet back? The bracelet with his dog's name and his wife's name on it. Yo, Drew is messing around with in very muddy waters. How are you going to steal the man's bracelet with his wife's name and his dog's name on it? CM Punk loves nothing more in the world than his dog and his wife. And you took the bracelet with it. Look, and a fan made it. A fan made it and gave it to him. It was a gift. So those are probably the three things that CM Punk loves. The fans, his wife, and his dog. And Drew McIntyre's trying to take it from him. But you know what? Today, that match, man, that match is there definitely going to be some skin off somebody's ass off that match. Let me know what you think in the chat. You know, drop it in. Let me know what your prediction is. Who you think's going to win that match? You know, WWE Bash in Berlin is going to be today at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Peacock here in the United States, and elsewhere it's going to be on the WWE Network. So that's what we got going on there. Looking at the main event, I guarantee this is going to be the main event. It only makes sense for it to be the main event. This is WWE Champion Gunther versus Randy Orton. This is a match here that, man, look, you remember when Big E used to talk about big, meaty men slapping each other around? Well, this is going to be a match with two big, meaty men slapping each other around. Will Randy Orton be able to take this championship from Gunther? Look, Gunther's from Austria, and they're wrestling in Germany. Germany is only 1.5 countries over to the northwest. Yeah, to the northwest, they're only 1.5 country over. So Gunther's not too far from where it's going on. So he might have he has the hometown advantage. You can say that. But I don't see Randy Orton walking out there with the belt. I see them singing Randy Orton's song, but I see them booing him at the same exact time. I see Gunther walking into that match as the babyface and walking out as the champion. It's not time for Gunther to lose that belt yet, because you look at it, okay, he's held that Intercontinental Championship for so long that we thought he was going to retire Intercontinental Champion. Okay, yeah, he's wrestling a different caliber of wrestlers now, but you know, I just don't see it. Randy's a good wrestler. Good wrestler, excuse me. Randy's an excellent wrestler. He's an excellent sports entertainer. Same thing in Gunther. But nah, man, I just don't see it happening right now. No, not at all. Not at all. It's almost like if it could happen, it couldn't happen right now. And both men are from two different brands. If Randy Orton wins, he gets to be on SmackDown. I mean, he gets to be on Raw because Randy Orton's he's technically a SmackDown guy, right? But then what does that mean for Gunther? But you also have my man Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser got a really good reaction last night on SmackDown. Will he be involved in the match? Right? But then you also got people like Giovanni Vinci. He was ousted out of the Imperium. So he's supposed to make his debut on SmackDown. Will we see him this afternoon at Bash in Berlin in Germany? You don't know. That's just where the excitement is. Do I think that last part's going to happen? I don't really think too tough that last part's going to happen. But you know what? There's just so many different dynamics that's going to happen into this match. And I'm telling you, what I'm thinking right now, it's Gunther. It's Gunther. That's going to be the match where everybody's going to be sitting on the edge of their seats because they just can't wait to see how many chops are going to happen and the kind of beating that Randy Orton is going to take from Gunther. But Randy Orton is not going to sit in there and just take the beating. He's going to have to give his own beating back. I think that what would make this match great is, let me hold on to that for a second. Let me hold on. So Randy Orton, his character has undergone some kind of change. And in that change, he has taken an ass whipping for Cody Rhodes. He's taken an ass whipping for Cody Rhodes to help Cody Rhodes win that championship, okay? And never in Randy Orton's career have I seen anybody ever beat beat Randy Orton's ass like the Bloodline did. Now, looking at that now, Randy Orton is going to be inside of the ring with Gunther. Man, I want Gunther to beat him to like the edge of his life. And man, that's not something that you see with Randy Orton. That's not a behavior that you get from Randy Orton, where you get to see him get beat so badly that he's almost towards the end of his life. But you know what? The only way for us to find out what's happening is for us to watch WWE Bash in Berlin. It's getting ready to take place in about a couple hours. In about 2 hours, WWE is getting ready to start their pre-show right now. It's getting ready to start at 11. So, yeah, we're going to jump off and take a look at that. But, yeah, definitely Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. I'm putting my feather in the hat for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is walking out of Berlin champion. The WWE Tag Team Championship for the women, the Unholy Union versus Bianca Belair. I see the Unholy Union retaining. Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley versus Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Now looking at it now, I might have to change that. But you know what? I'm going to stick with it. I put my flag in the sand. I think Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan are still going to win that match. Or, you know what? Okay. You know what? It's my show. I can change it if I want. I'm going to put my flag in the hat, in the sand for Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Really, I'm saying that because now that, if that's the case, Liv Morgan can now have a match with Rhea Ripley for the Women's Championship. Something down the line. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in that match. I see Drew beating that behind. This story's been going on for way too long. Let's end that story right now. Did I say Drew? I'm sorry. I see Punk beating that behind and winning and getting his bracelet back. So, yeah, let's put a feather in that one. And then the main event, Gunther versus Randy Orton. Gunther all the way, baby. Tomorrow, join me tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be doing the predictions and preview for WWE Bash in Berlin. Hope I got you ready. Hope I got you excited. I know I got myself excited. We got some live episodes coming out Tuesday and Fridays at noon. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and join me then. I'm Tristen Law. This is the Tristen Law Show. Have a great Bash in Berlin. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Thanks for watching.